What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 1% podcast. Today I'm here with Will, Hayden,
The two best hosts.
and Rory, number one looks matcher in the world. Today we are going to be speaking about life optimization or biohacking, as some people like to call it. We're going to talk about supplements. We're going to talk about diets, the mainstream diet, what diets are bad, what supplements you should be taking, and a wide variety of things. So we're just going to get straight into it. We want to provide as much knowledge as possible. We were kind of a bit skeptical about doing this episode because we thought it might be a snooze fest. Usually we talk about, topics that these guys seem pretty interested.
This guy doesn't know how to sit down properly. Oh no, you can't even see in the video anyway. That's right. Kick back, mate.
But yeah, so
We're getting camera quality mob.
Who invited this guy, bro?
we really are.
Yeah.
We also want to touch on alcohol as well. Obviously, we've had a lot of experience with alcohol, and with most of us being sober for a year plus, I think.
I broke the streak, but I'm basically I went 300 days without alcohol and then had a few drinks on my birthday. But I don't think I've drank since then. So
Okay. Yeah.
I don't fuck
So-
with it, is what I'm saying.
Basically, all of us are among the mindset that having a good diet, optimizing your health, and really just looking after your body, getting in shape, being fit is one of the key ingredients of having a successful life. Do we all
going to
agree?
the pub was
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought, but anyway.
having good Saturday nights is the
Yeah.
way to live life,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
The weekend is the way to go, boys.
I think it's about just living for the weekend and
Yeah. I reckon it's all about
having fun while you're
in the
young.
present
Because
moment.
you're only young once, boys.
Yeah.
So why not just get smashed and waste all your potential?
Yeah.
Dude, that actually seems like a good idea.
Drinking never hurt anyone.
Yeah, come on.
All right, first of all, number one question I get, I'm gonna ask Rory actually.
Yeah.
Is creatine worth it?
Is creatine worth it? Jesus.
Yo.
Is creatine worth it? Hold on, let me just scavenge this mic. Yeah, of course it is. I mean, well, to be honest with you, people usually ask me, it's like, oh, what were you like before and after creatine? It's like, well, I have been
You don't know, 'cause
supplementing creatine since I started lifting, so I really don't know. But yeah, I just think, well, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not like it's expensive,
It's
it's
not
not like
going to
you know,
break the bank. you know?
Yeah. In saying that, I forget to take it all the fucking time. I forget. I remember to take all my other supplements, but because it's a powder.
Yeah, honestly, just the way to go about that, if you forget, just take it with your pre-workout.
But usually, actually, no. Usually, the pre-workout I have has creatine in it,
Right.
and I take it almost every day. So
True. So you are taking it.
I am,
not,
but it's
not much.
I don't have pre-workout every day actually. So
Right.
Do you know the science? Do you know the science behind creatine? Like how
yeah,
it works?
so pretty much increases water retention in your muscles.
Yeah,
I-
doesn't it pretty much just make you look fuller?
Yeah, but it makes you stronger too because your muscles are about. I'm gonna fuck this up. About 70% water, so it increases water retention in the muscles.
Drink us.
Pretty much, lowest level information about that. But it's been shown to increase strength. It's actually been shown to be good as a pre-workout because it has a little temporary effect as well.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it has a good temporary effect for pumps and stuff like that.
Mm.
I figured that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be good for pumps.
I don't actually take creatine, but whenever I did, or whenever I was in a month of taking creatine, I noticed I looked fuller, I felt better in the gym, and felt way stronger. So I don't know why I don't just keep taking
Yeah,
it, to be
I-
honest.
I need to take it again.
It's honestly, I just keep forgetting.
Yeah. I don't know.
I need someone to keep me accountable. Some shit.
I didn't make a pill.
So yeah, I'd say,
Yeah,
I think
I have that,
we all say yes, creatine is worth it.
Yeah, I'd say it's.
I
worth
mean,
it.
people that take steroids also take creatine, which shows it is a pretty valid supplement.
Yeah, I'd say it's not gonna change your fucking life, but it'll 2% change, 3% change. It's always fucking why not? You know.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start listing these off. We're just gonna provide a fuck ton of value. So ashwagandha, there was a big buzz around it. It was a buzzword. Everyone was saying it's a natural steroid and this and that. We took ashwagandha
I still take it
for a while, and I still do take it as well. And that's because I think personally it's worth it.
I don't take it for gym though.
Yeah, I don't take it for the muscle or the strength or whatever, because I personally haven't seen any difference in that. But the stress tolerance,
Yeah.
that's
Makes you calmer. Just literally with everything. Even sitting in traffic, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I have noticed. I remember I was going through a period of life where, for some reason, I had health anxiety. I think it's a problem where you have no problems to obsess over, so you create them in your mind.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I had health anxiety, right? And I thought, okay, let me try ashwagandha, see if this will help. And it actually did. It helped. And I didn't really, maybe it was placebo effect, I'm not too sure, but I actually felt good while I was on it. So I don't think I've actually taken ashwagandha in probably 4 or 5 months now. So like I just don't really feel like I need it. But
Yeah.
I definitely think there's something to gain out of it. But I have heard that you need to cycle ashwagandha, and if you don't cycle it, your emotions or what is it, like your brain chemistry can become like numb to it.
I don't cycle it. I think I feel pretty robotic.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
I think that's why because I'm constantly
exactly.
Great for
now.
business though.
Oh, yeah, I
great
was
for
about to say
business.
that. Yeah, like it probably would be a good thing, right?
But,
So-
Yeah, I
like,
don't think that's a bad thing.
you can-
Why do you want to
Yeah.
be worried all the time?
You can piss off
Yeah.
a lot of females though, because
Mm.
they want you to be thinking emotionally. But
That is very true. Yeah, good point.
I'd say
ordering ashwagandha.
Can you OD?
Nah, it's a
I
herb.
mean,
you can't really OD on a herb,
it's,
can you?
it's one of those natural things where it's
Yeah.
like it's not like it's an
Mm.
art of.
I
it's
died
not-
from being chill.
Yeah, I died from being too nonchalant.
Died
like-
from being too sigma.
I think it's worth it.
Delete this podcast. Yeah, no, I think ashwagandha is worth it.
It's super cheap,
It's
too.
very cheap.
Super cheap.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
cheap.
Is it?
If you get it from the right places, people will be going to Woolworths. But you'll be going to Woolworths and buy it. It
Yeah.
costs you $30 for a tub. But if you go to Amazon or you go to eBay or you go to, actually don't get eBay ashwagandha. It's probably not very legit.
I
But
heard.
iHerb is where I get all my supplements.
If you find a good deal,
I'll put you on. There you go, guys. But that's where I get ashwagandha from. But right now I'm on maca root, which I'm going to touch on real quick. That has ashwagandha in it. But maca root is something that all of you should be on.
I haven't touched it yet.
I'm now a maca root professional preacher. So maca root improves energy, focus, libido, testosterone. And when you do that with ashwagandha as well, it's basically a natural steroid. It's not a natural steroid, boys. It's not going to fucking change your life, but it can help. And it's about optimizing
I definitely
your life.
want to. I definitely want to suss it out. I want to try
Have
it.
you noticed it when you've been?
I have, and every person I've given it to. So, I gave Maya some. I gave who else did I put on? No, I got put on from Dakar. So, yeah, Maya's noticed a lot of results as well.
Yeah, everyone.
Like I said, it could always be placebo, but I mean, if it's
would you say
placebo,
it was-
placebo works.
Would you say it was similar effects to when you took Fidogia agrestis and Tongat Ali?
What I know, no. What
It's
I
all
noticed
under the same
is,
sort of umbrella.
yeah, this one's specifically a lot more for energy, macaroon. And I do notice after the gym, after work, I have more continued energy, like just more energy in
I
general.
need that in my
And
life.
my libido is also through the roof. It's
Yeah,
insane.
bro. Now I think about it, like energy is probably the essence of life. Like
That's
you
what
need
I mean.
energy to accomplish fucking anything.
Bro, it's like the fuel in your car.
Yeah.
Like that's like the fuel to success.
yeah, for sure. If you got no energy, then good luck achieving anything.
Energy is the fuel to success. Frame that one, lads.
I also think a lot of energy does start in your mind though as well, because I feel
100%.
like you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
become quite lethargic if you don't have the correct motivators for life.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, 100%.
in all honesty, man, like I was going through a point in life where I had honestly no reason to be motivated other than like my pure selfish desires.
Yeah.
And I feel like almost in a way it's good to have external motivators to factor in.
Or just,
Because-
yeah.
Yeah, because you can't rely on that just... Sure, you can rely on discipline for a certain amount of time until it becomes less... what's the word? Less fulfilling and less
Yeah, you get sick of it, really.
productive. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
get sick of it. Versus if you've actually got something that, you know, is motivating you, chances are it's
Yeah.
going to be more enjoyable. So,
Just like having a fire under your ass.
yeah.
Like this test has been fucking said a million times on a million different podcasts, but you probably heard it. They had a mouse and they measured the pull on the mouse by. So at first they had like must have been cheese or some sort of food at the front, and that was it. And the mouse was trying to run towards the cheese, had a spring behind it, like measuring the pull, and it was like a decent pull. But then they put a fucking cat behind
Yeah.
the mouse, and it was like 3 times the pull because
Exactly.
fear is a bigger motivator than
Yeah.
reward.
For sure.
So
for sure.
like for me, living under like having to pay the bills and stuff like that while trying to grow stuff, it's like super fucking stressful.
Yeah,
Like,
you have a reason to be doing it.
I could just not afford it and get kicked on the streets.
Yeah.
So that's a motivator for me, just
Yeah.
to get this shit off the ground because it's like life or death almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's like fear of working for someone pulls me towards
Even
doing-
that,
yeah.
even that's pretty
Fear of
fucking
being
scary, bro.
Yeah.
Fear of being average.
Bro, that's
Fear
a
of the
huge
nine
one.
o'clock.
being a brokey, like
Yeah, that's a huge one. Just being what's the word? Just being complacent and almost you don't have the drive to want to achieve more than average. Like if you're just searching for something that's good enough, chances are you're not going to be doing much with your life.
Bro, the one you just said there, the fear of being left behind, I feel like that's huge. You don't want to be behind the pack. I mean, I don't feel like at our stage and with our motivators,
take a lot for us to get
I don't
there.
think it's ever really going to happen living in Australia specifically, but that is still a big fear. Like you just want to be
Yeah, but then
That's
once
why
you
so much people getting involved in the fucking drinking and drugs, because it's like even two people do it, and then they get scared of being left behind, and they get involved in it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true,
That's
yeah.
like
It's like
self-destruction.
the sheep thing.
Yeah,
Being
yeah.
a sheep.
Yeah, 100%. But they've got different goals, and in their eyes, being ahead of the pack is being the like most popular guy at the pub.
Drinking the most.
Yeah, they've just got different fucking goals.
Literally, people brag about drinking the most.
Yeah.
Like, that's good to them.
That used to be me. That was like, that's what I thought fucking life was, just being the sickest cunt out, you know what I
it's
mean?
been the you're bragging about being the loosest cunt in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got a more objective goal of success now. I think it's more
It's more
based in reality.
Sure.
Based in reality.
The last sort of fad supplement I want to cover, I say fad, but loosely, because that's what people will say. They'll say it's a fad. Same with, there'll be people that will comment on this, or if we put this into a short, they'll say, oh, Tonka Ali's bullshit, or ashwagandha's bullshit, or Macaroon is bullshit. There's a lot of people that say that, but what people don't realize is that some people will have or react better to the supplement than other people.
Yeah.
Just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for someone else. There is conclusive studies that show that it can increase testosterone, that it can increase energy levels. So, I mean, you just have to try it for yourself, and that's my approach. I just
Also,
try
not
it,
to
see how I
mention,
go.
like, people forget dosages, and then
That too.
they forget to account for body weight.
Yeah.
Like, if a little 50 kilogram Filipino guy has, I don't know, a certain amount of this supplement, someone that's fucking 120 kilos, that's gonna be half the amount.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my excuse for having 3 energy drinks a day.
Yeah, I actually do use that as a cope. I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking decent sized fella. I need lots of caffeine.
I use it as I do a lot. I need it.
Yeah.
Good. I want to go into diet now. Do you guys want to cover any more supplements that you think we should cover? I mean, those are kind of the key
There are
supplements.
supplements for literally everything out there. Like
Yeah.
you can have your vitamin D, multivitamins, everything. Like even there's like hydration supplements, like hydrolyte and shit.
I need that.
I smash them down because it's like hydration is just it's such a good thing. Like
All you need is
you don't cramp up. Your
Yeah,
muscles
yeah,
work so much better when you're hydrated.
Yeah,
Not even that,
real
like
shit.
your brain doesn't function if you don't have sodium, if you don't have potassium. Like
Exactly.
your brain, we literally can't function.
Yeah, like you can get these hydrolyte things. They literally have like bits of everything that you need in your body to run. Like they have like natural sugars. They have literally everything. You just have one of them a day, and you're like pretty good.
Yeah, what I'll usually have one a day, I'll probably just have like a litre of coconut water. I think that's a bit, it's quite high in sugar, but for me it's worth it because A, it's a little treat, it does taste nice.
Tastes
Yes,
nice.
I'm allowed to, yeah, exactly.
Natural sugars.
And obviously it hydrates you, that's my cope. So
Yeah.
yeah. But for the other, I'll just probably list all the supplements that I take. I'll take magnesium, 5,000 IU of vitamin D, which is necessity, right? What else will I take? Glucosamine in the morning, because you don't want to take it at night because it can affect IGF-1 levels, which is a precursor to growth hormone.
Isn't that the ones for your joints?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what does it do? Affects your what at night?
It so if you take it later at night, it can affect your IGF-1 levels, which is a precursor to growth hormone, and obviously growth hormone. Like if you want to grow,
Yeah.
you need.
What's
growth
this? Is
hormone.
this lead?
Shit.
Is this
So-
lead?
No.
Sorry, I zoned out.
So you just want to take it in the morning because it can affect your
I've
sleep.
been taking it at night.
No, it's fine. It probably doesn't have too much of an
Sure,
effect,
let's
but yeah. Also another thing with glucosamine, it does increase your height only quite. Like it's, I'm gonna say you.
Maintains your heart more. Like.
Yeah, it's like basically everyone shrinks
Yeah.
half an inch throughout the day around that mark. More if you're taller, less if you're shorter. And then yeah, you'll probably just retain about another half an inch.
Yeah,
So-
I just know that I had really bad tennis elbow when I was boxing. I've been taking it since then. Just have no pain or
Yeah.
anything. So
it's quite good.
I've actually noticed.
yeah,
it.
it's just like general joint pain.
I
Anything that
actually
helps,
I started taking it because of I was on Accutane and it causes like immense joint pain.
Facts.
And even while on Accutane, where this shit dries at your joints, I had good joints, like just from taking glucosamine. So
Also, boys, going back on the hydration thing, I was just confirming this. 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated.
Of course, yeah. No one drinks
God.
water.
No one-
anymore.
yeah, what the
Everyone
fuck is that?
drinks
Oh,
fucking
bro,
Coke.
tell me about it. All right, let me fucking go.
literally a game show. You have to.
Yeah, man.
drink
Water.
This
You can't
jar I got
not
right here,
drink
man.
water.
So people usually ask me, it's like, oh, how many of those do you drink? Like when I'm at the gym, right? And I'll say probably like 4 or 5 of these, and they're like, what? You drink all of that? What the hell? And I'm like, well, yeah. Look at the size of me for one, and then second, I'm exercising every single day. Like,
Yeah.
and I take creatine, which supplies more
Yeah.
water within my muscles.
Fucking-
And then people will say, oh, no, you're drinking too much water. You're gonna kill yourself. It's like,
You look
well,
just fine, honey.
I'm pretty sure I'm alright, mate. But like if I wanted to kill myself, I think I'd drink a little bit more water than that, or try different alternatives. Because like,
More likely to die from drinking less. That's what. You
yeah,
should call it.
exactly, man.
You need 4 liters is fucking minimum, especially if you're an active guy.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, 4 liters, and they recommend that for normal people, not hyperactive, hitting the gym.
Problem with me though, with that, I know, like, don't listen to me because you still drink your water. Is I'm just pissing constantly. I just didn't. I remember when I was working with you, I was drinking shitloads of water. I never adapted to it. The whole time I was pissed. Remember you kept laughing at me to fucking you're in the toilet so much because I was pissing every 5 minutes.
Might have a bad bladder or something. I don't.
Yeah, another thing as well. You actually, to be fair, like with all the people that are ranting about too much water, you can drink too much water, and I'm pretty sure there's a way of scaling that through your piss. So if you check, if it's fully clear, it means you're flushing out certain enzymes and vitamins, shit like that. So you want to have just like a slightly clear, slightly yellow color when you go take a piss.
I heard it needs to be pretty much clear, but have a bit of a yellow tinge to it to show that it's still flushing out bad
basically,
stuff.
yeah.
But if that shit's like yellow, bro, drink some fucking
Yeah,
water.
for
And
sure,
then, like,
man.
you can smell it. Like,
it
hits
And it's like foamy as well.
Bro, sometimes when I'm like, if I've been like, had a really busy day or I've been focused on something and I've just, the drinking water, I completely forgot. And I'll take a piss and it'll be like, oh fuck, like it'll literally scare me. Like I get like health anxiety. Like health anxiety. I'm like, no, water, I need fucking water. I like started to drink so much water.
Yeah, bro, my health anxiety, just to touch on that again, that shit was like immense. I don't know why the fuck I had it, to be honest, looking back. Actually, no, I do. Sorry, I'll touch on it. Long story short, I had like too much energy drinks in one night, and this is when I was like the size of a fucking pencil. So I drank too much caffeine, my heart raced. Bro, tell me, I literally was trying to do that with my friend, and my friend was like quite large at the time, so like he wasn't feeling it. He was taking the piss out of me, and then I was just shitting myself. Heart rate probably 170 BPM. I was like, oh bro, mum, you gotta call the ambulance, I'm gonna die. And then it just like stayed with me for so long, and then I'd just get like really anxious. And the thing with health anxiety, I don't know if any of the viewers can relate to this, is that you'll become conscious of your heartbeat, and then becoming conscious of your heartbeat will make you more anxious. When you become more anxious, it's like a negative cycle, negative feedback loop, and then you come into this state where you're just in a ball and you just shut down. It's terrible.
It's the worst.
Do you remember before when I just started going to the gym with you guys and you get me smashing down the fucking caffeine? Remember at the gym I would literally be having the worst panic attacks, and I think it was because my heart was racing so bad I thought I was like going to die. And then it kind of got me into that thing too, like if one little thing in my body started feeling off, I'm like, oh no, I'm like, fuck, something's gonna happen. I would literally start thinking. Remember how bad I was? I would be pacing up and down the gym, just pacing, just going.
I find personally
Like,
the sweet spot for me in terms of caffeine is like 300 to about 350 milligrams. I know that's like a lot.
Wait, in a day? Or
No. I take this in a pre-workout shot.
Is that it for the day, or do you?
Usually, yeah. That's like
that's not a lot for the whole day.
Yeah. So like, whenever sometimes I'm low on sleep and I'm like, okay, I might need a little bit more caffeine, and then I have like 500. That's when I start to be like, okay, this is too much, and I'm like, I can't actually lift the weight as much because my arms are shaking so much. 300 is like the sweet spot.
I think that it's a bit dangerous though in the fitness industry. It's like glorified, like smash triple shot pre-workout and stuff like that. Sure. But like,
that's more for PRs, I think.
If you just first get into the gym, do it without caffeine and start introducing that shit later.
Oh, bro, I say that all the time. I remember bear in mind, just fun fact about me, I was sponsored by Greg Doucette like a long time ago. I think this is like, do you guys know? You remember? Yeah, I was sponsored by Greg Doucette for his Harder Than It Last Time company, and he sent me out like a pre-workout.
I actually kind of remember
HTLT.
That's
insane. Right? That's pretty cool. And he sent me out like a pre-workout formula, and I never wanted to actually try it, but I opened up the tin. I'm like, fuck, this smells really good. So then I'm like, okay, I'll put this into the tin, and then had the best workout of my life. I'm like, okay, well, I'm never going back.
Addiction.
And then now I have to take caffeine to even feel something. So it's great.
But I mean, if you limit it, if you can control it to under like I was scared about my caffeine use. I'm like, I have a pre-workout and then an energy drink every day. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack. And then I was just talking to my nan. She's like, oh, I have like fucking 15 coffees a day. Like old people just smash down like 10 to 20 coffees a day.
Isn't as bad.
But like in terms of, I'm talking just in terms of the caffeine content.
Well, I mean, wait, hold on. So how much caffeine is in a single coffee?
Depends where you get it from, but like they say about 80.
So like what? She's having 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. At
A lot of people, a lot of adults are.
You get adjusted to it.
You just adjust to it. Yeah.
I mean, I could probably have maybe 5 energy drinks a day. I'd be totally fine. Like,
Oh.
I've never had any panic issues, health anxiety issues from caffeine.
We're
ever.
really good with that though.
I don't know.
It took me like
It takes a while.
it took me like 2 mouthfuls of mushrooms to health anxiety.
But
That was so fucked. That was the loopiest thing of ever.
But honestly though, if you've never tried caffeine, I don't even know if I'd recommend starting to try caffeine.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Because it pretty much like resets your threshold of what you need for energy.
Yeah, that's
I'm actually sponsored by caffeine itself, so I'm legally
Because
obligated to
I
say
am caffeine.
everyone should be on caffeine.
But then again, people say when they take caffeine tolerance breaks and they fully clear it out of their system, there's just no benefits. Like it's
Exactly,
they're
that's
just
what I'm
less
saying.
energized.
These people are deluded.
So I don't know. I don't know what information.
Every
I wanna
famous
put out
person I
there.
know, every person that I look up to, takes a lot of caffeine.
Highly caffeinated.
I mean,
all the
Danny
time.
Duncan was talking about it. Like he's like, yeah, no, I have like fucking
Every hyper
like
successful
2 or 3
hyper-
energy drinks a day. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense.
Danny
Makes
Duncan,
sense.
yeah, well,
But caffeine equals hyper success.
at a point, yeah. And Andrew Tate said that. He said there's not a single point in his life, probably in the last 20 years, that he hasn't been caffeinated. And
I
if
took a week off and I did nothing.
Well, actually,
everyone says that.
I do want to touch on something that could be really beneficial to the viewers and even you guys as well. It might be something that you might have not touched on, which I think you have already, but it's just something I would like to talk about, is setting up your day for success. So having a routine at the start of the day that puts you into the optimal mind frame.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So, like, obviously, you guys know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
But
mate,
for
mate,
example,
video.
I think the holy trinity of just having a good amount of energy and setting you on the right path is sunlight in the morning, straight away. Cold water or just like ice, like water, whatever it is, ice bath, cold shower, and then workout straight away.
Yeah.
So those 3 things.
just
Hydration and electrolytes, massive too.
Yeah,
Because your
of course.
neurons can't actually form connections
Yes.
without sodium.
Yeah.
People just chronically fucking deprive. Actually, most people aren't, but they need potassium.
I don't think really anyone would be a morning person per se, because when you're waking up, you're just in this sluggish, just
Yeah, but
gross
people
state.
perceive that as, oh, I'm not a morning person. I'm like,
Yeah.
you probably just haven't, because you have cycle. Oh, goddamn, I fucking forgot. But you have cycles when you're sleeping, and if you wake up during a low point when you're in deep sleep, you can be pretty sluggish.
Yeah, good
But it
point.
just depends, because 8 hours is actually at that point. 7 hours and 9 hours is when you're your lightest form of sleep. So like that's why if you've noticed, you might sleep 5 hours and feel like suspiciously good in the morning.
Yeah.
Probably because you've been at that light level of sleep when you woke up.
Yeah. I think like the time I woke up at, which is what, 8 hours exactly, around 8 hours, and I felt really sluggish this morning.
But
And I'm
if you
even
slept-
trying to like wake
yeah.
up right now.
Yeah.
So.
If you slept 7 hours, you'd probably feel better.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's better for recovery or better
Bro.
for your body.
Having shit sleep it just ruins my day personally, because I know I'm so used to having good sleep that when I don't have good sleep, I feel the effects of it much more. So like, for example, having that specific feeling in your eyeballs where you're
I know
just
about
like,
this.
dude, have you
it's like
tried
heavy and everything.
Have you tried caffeine?
No, even with something that caffeine can't negate.
No.
And like once you're aware of like not being in an optimal state of 8 hours sleep, that's when it starts to affect your day, because it's the placebo effect of being like, okay, I'm not in an optimal state, I don't have enough sleep.
Yeah.
Isn't it no matter how much sleep you get, you always wake up with what's it called, adenosine or some shit?
Adenosine.
Yeah, adenosine, where it's like the effect of
Talk
you
about caffeine
waking,
and
of you
adenosine
waking
real quick
up,
in the morning.
of like you
I'll
waking
I'll
up,
cover it.
and it takes 90 minutes until it's completely cleared.
Yeah, you want to be having caffeine 90 minutes after you wake up. If you've ever had an energy drink or caffeine as soon as you wake up, and I've seen people do like these fucking morning routine videos, and it's like, first thing I do is have my pre-workout on my bedside table. I'm like, you're fucking up your whole day, because you're
Yeah.
going to notice like 90 minutes after, or even midway through the day,
It's
or 4
a
hours, you're gonna.
it's a Jimbo
Exactly.
thing, because
You're gonna crash.
Yeah.
Whether you wait 90 minutes for the adenosine to wear out, have
Yeah.
the caffeine, it's more long lasted.
Because when you have caffeine, when you've just woken up, it actually pauses the. How do you say it again? Adenosine.
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 Bro.
It pauses that, and then you know.
Acoustic Andrew Huberman over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pretty much what this shit is.
Yeah, so I think having about 4 of these in the morning is like probably the most optimal thing you should ever do. So
I wish there was the
chugging
camera
all 4
was
of
working.
these. Make sure there's like a good amount of sodium in it. So 380 milligrams of sodium, it'll bloat you to absolute Andromeda. You turn into a bloated abomination. It's amazing.
Pretty much all caffeine is borrowed energy. So adenosine is the chemical release that makes you feel sleepy and makes you go to bed. And when you have caffeine, that pretty much just delays the adenosine. So if you have it first thing in the morning and you haven't cleared that adenosine out from sleep, you're pretty much delaying that adenosine from when you first woke up to later in the day. And like when you start to feel that, like the half-life of caffeine is about 6 hours. So about 6 hours later, you might feel it about midday. You might feel super sleepy. So you're like, you have another energy drink. Okay. So that adenosine is still there plus more, and it's just going to keep going. And eventually it's going to hit a crash. They're going to hit a crash.
Yeah, it like pauses it.
Pause it, but you can't hold off forever. So usually around 3 p.m., 5 p.m. is when it'll hit you.
Yeah, it just makes me realize like how many like drugs can be so normalized that we don't even think twice about it, because caffeine is a drug.
Like imagine caffeine was illegal.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh my god,
Bro,
dude, you take caffeine?
I'd be getting
Yeah.
it even if it was illegal. Yeah, I'd be
Bro, if
hustling for that.
caffeine was illegal, then bro, it'd probably be the most like imported drug ever.
Caffeine is the most important drug for our development as humans. Before they had caffeine, but have you tried methamphetamine? That's even better. Maybe.
Have you tried black tar heroin?
Oh, dude. Black tar heroin bangs, bro. Nah.
Yeah, good for productivity.
But nah, bro. Caffeine has accelerated the growth as humans, like, massively.
I mean, people will say like, well, oh, thank God we've got coffee at work, but like they profit off of giving you free coffee.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, once they introduced caffeine into the Industrial Revolution.
That was the Industrial Revolution.
Fucking oath. They got people working night shifts. Like, night shifts, they weren't a thing.
Yeah.
Until they introduced caffeine and coffee breaks strategically, like every 4 hours. We can get these people to work forever. We just let them have coffees and caffeine.
Yeah, they used to only work when the sun was up. And as soon as caffeine got introduced, it was like, doesn't matter.
Just work whenever. Fucking just
work.
Yeah.
Like, they literally they have it in petrol stations on the way to work.
Yep.
They have it literally everywhere.
They have
And it's like-
coffee vans that rock
like-
up to work.
They have a whole aisle for just coffee.
Yeah, but then the employers will disguise it as like a gift. Like,
Yeah.
you've been working extra good. Free coffee. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking annoyed me.
Anyway, well, moving away from caffeine, we've been rambling about caffeine for 10 minutes plus. I want to get into diet. So, fat versus carbs.
It's such a controversial topic online that, like, I could say anything right now and they get flamed for it. Like, you can say anything about diet. Have you been on the big fucked up spider web of diet advice online? Like on Instagram specifically, I've noticed it.
No.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
I value my time.
All it is just people arguing about what you should eat. I'm like, just eat healthy and you'll be good. Just eat healthy.
Yeah. It might be a good idea to experiment with different diets. You know,
Yeah,
experiment with the
100%.
carnivore. Don't bother with the vegan shit. Just fuck off.
And don't demonize any specific food group or any specific diet.
It's not
Just try and see what works for you, but just I'd say
emotional based diets or something.
stick to just what's healthy. Don't eat processed shit. I think that's agreed upon in every facet of the diet realm.
That'll ruin
Like,
your life.
I think just using myself as an example, shredded sit cunt. I can pretty much eat whatever the fuck I want, which is usually healthy, and I can stay like this. So I don't eat whatever I want. When I say I eat whatever I want, I eat healthy because that's what I want to eat.
Yeah.
So what I'm really saying is that eat healthy, but don't overanalyze what you're eating. You don't need to always track your calories on MyFitnessPal. You don't need to be getting exactly, certain amount of macronutrients and all this bullshit. Like, just make sure that maybe my advice to you is just track your calories for maybe a few days, figure out what you're really eating per day, and then you're going to have a sixth sense of what you're eating, and then you don't have to spend all this time on your phone just deciding what you're eating.
it's weird though, because with the diet thing, there's two sort of realms to it. There's people people sort of mesh it into one. They don't understand the difference between calories and healthy food. You can still get fat eating
so
healthy food. Like, it's the calories you're eating.
Yeah.
And just like, if you see someone that's shredded, you're like, fuck, he must be eating healthy. No, he could just be eating fucking Reese's peanut butter. I got shredded from eating just like bullshit foods way back in the day, like just because I wasn't eating a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like, people they don't understand that. But I'd just say, like, eat healthy and you'll be fine.
But with the whole like arguing of what's best, it also comes down to what you want, what you like,
Yeah.
like what your taste buds want. 'Cause, like, of course, you're not gonna. If you're seeing someone eating someone you don't like, you're
Tell
like,
a
nah, it
fat
doesn't work."
person, eat something because that's what your taste buds want.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I personally strive on a carnivore diet.
Yeah.
Meat, that's pretty much it.
Because you get so much energy from it. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't even match.
It's like, it's like a massive contrast difference.
If I don't have meat in a day, I can really feel like it. I really feel like shit.
Imagine being vegan.
Yeah, they all
know.
look skinny and
Yeah.
frail.
We were looking at Oliver's the other day. We're getting McDonald's, and we're looking at
Wait,
Oliver's.
what?
Yeah, wait. I was gonna save it for the cope of the week, but we were looking at Oliver's and we're looking at the guys working there, and it was frail as
Everyone that
fuck.
lined up to go eat their vegan Oliver's
deprived.
food looked just nutrient deprived.
They're all white and shit. They're very
Pale,
white,
white, skinny, just not an ounce of muscle in their frame. I don't see in any world why the fuck you'd want to be vegan.
No,
Yeah,
it's purely because of
Sorry
the
to
animals.
offend the vegans, but
When
It's not
I-
the dieting thing, it's the animals.
fuck the animals, bruv.
We're
Food
made
chain.
to
We're at the
eat.
top of it. Do you
Yeah.
want to be the bottom of it?
Yeah,
What are you trying to volunteer to be below an animal in the food chain?
Yeah, that's actually true. What the fuck?
Stay at the top, boys. Come on, hold your ground.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Like, oh, we shouldn't kill the fucking cow. Like, if that cow could eat you, it would. Chimpanzees eat their children. Like,
Yeah, that's actually
and
fucking
they
true.
say, oh, we're malicious. We fucking kill
Yeah,
cows.
bitch, we
with-
are malicious. Give
we-
us that food, bro.
Not, bro, chimpanzees rip into the guts of their children. We fucking stun the cow to sleep and eat it. Like, we're the most polite fucking animal ever.
Yeah, good point.
I hate it when they say like, "Oh, would you eat another human?" It's like we're literally we're made to not eat your own species because you want your species to grow.
Exactly.
Every animal doesn't eat. Oh, fish might, but
I did watch this crazy video on why certain animals eat their own like children, pretty much, and it goes into the whole thing of like relationships. It's a crazy video.
and
I
I also
was
saw
cool.
like lions. It's like if a cub's born and they know it's gonna be bigger than it, they eat it
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it gets
yeah.
big
That sort
because
of
they
thing.
want to be the alpha
That
still.
sort of thing. This is we're going way off
Jeez.
topic, but like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, don't feel bad for eating meat. Like,
Yeah.
bro, other animals start eating the animal while it's still
They're
alive.
gonna die anyway.
Well, what did I say before? I was going into the bro science about vegetables are beta food because back in the
100%.
day when you were a caveman, right? Like if you weren't able to kill an animal, you just go picking the fucking vines and you'd pick from the trees and shit and eat that. But you'd eventually die because you won't get the nutritious value from someone who just killing cows and killing other animals.
Like, tell me that wouldn't be better for you.
Yeah, of course.
Like, there's gonna be people
Vegetables
like
are
if
beta
this gets
food.
clipped up, there's gonna be people laughing like, "Oh, these fucking idiots, bro science." Try it. Like, just try it. Try a carnivore diet.
eat that fucking
Bro,
cow.
there's actually so many case studies coming out now of people who had long-term health problems, cut out vegetables completely, and started improving rapidly. Because vegetables have a defense mechanism. Well, they're gay too, but they have a defense mechanism. Vegetables don't want to be eaten. They don't have seeds. They don't want to be fucking eaten.
Yeah.
Fruits want to be eaten. They have seeds. Once you eat it, the seeds scatter. They grow into more.
Yeah, you shit the seeds.
Exactly.
When I think of anything like the most like optimal human, I think back to like Arnold, last name, back in like the 1980s. Because bro,
Staying safe. I like it.
yeah,
Bro knows.
yeah, because in the 1980s, bro, like you see him and he's just like super bronzed, like surrounded by women, lifting weights in the sun, like just tan. Like, he just looks like the ultimate male. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, like it
I
just
smoke
looks,
my stogie wherever I want.
I smoke my stogie, whatever I want.
I reckon he's eating hella lettuce. What do you reckon, boys? Do you reckon he's vegan?
Yeah, he's definitely vegan. Yeah,
Name one jacked vegan. Not on steroids.
vegan.
There's a
gains.
few. There is a few.
Yeah, there is a few, but they weren't vegan to get to that. They were eating shitloads of meat.
Yeah.
Do you know
and
what
then
makes
they
me
became
laugh?
vegan and they lost
Yeah, but
weight.
do you know what makes me laugh is like they want to eat meat so bad they even buy little patties. Like just buy the fucking patty, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Like if you want to eat it that bad, just fucking eat it, mate. Like,
It's gonna like you not eating
Yeah.
meat. They're gonna die anyway.
so I've got the next dot point is
Yeah,
like
fuck
the most
vegans.
productive diet, but I think we've already said pretty much, yeah, a carnivore diet's
I
going to
would
be
say
the
a
most
carnivore
productive.
diet. If you're aiming for productivity, carnivore is probably the best. And
Eat
intermittent fasting. So eat meat, but don't eat it frequently. So 1 or 2 meals of a steak and eggs a day, probably the best diet for productivity that you can have.
And also another little productivity hack is being in a state of hunger while you're working.
Yes.
I'm starving right now.
Yeah, so right now, like you'd obviously be in a state where your fight or flight mechanism kicks in. It's like, okay, I need to do the work so then I can feast later on.
100%.
So,
It's wired into our brains.
Exactly.
I hate
It's like,
bulking.
yeah, facts. But yeah, there was this little, I can't remember what it was, but anyways, it was like, who do you think would win in a fight? A man with a full stomach and empty balls, or full balls and an empty stomach?
Facts.
It's like, think about that,
Fuck,
bro.
frame that.
Like
bro.
he would absolutely, the guy with the full balls and an empty stomach would absolutely demolish the other guy to shreds.
Exactly. That's why intermittent fasting is so good for productivity. That's why if I know I want to get a lot done, I do this a lot on Saturdays especially, because I'm like, this is the day that I really want to optimize for getting work done. I'll hold my meal off till like 12 p.m, 1 p.m, my first meal.
Yeah, and yeah, you're gonna be hungry in the morning fasting, but try have like a bowl of, because as soon as you eat like a bowl of granola or whatever in the
over.
morning, it's over. Then you just want to eat more and more and more and more, and then you can't.
Okay, so I never eat cereal ever. Like, I'm not a cereal enjoyer.
I used to be, bro. I've cut it out completely.
I watched a little Joe Fazer video where he says he eats like cereal before a workout. It's like, yeah, it's good calories and everything. So I'm like, okay, sweet. So then I tried it.
Yeah.
Tried it, bro. Literally wanted to vomit. Literally,
Really?
like, wanted to throw up. I'm like, what is this?
I can
It's
understand like carbs.
just gross, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what maybe it was probably like the milk and pre-workout mixed together.
yeah.
But realistically, bro, I ate it and I'm just like, this feels like, I don't know, man. There's something about eating like unnatural processed foods that you're
Yeah.
not used to. That
If you're not
absolutely
used to it,
fucks you, man.
100%. There's all sorts of chemicals. Have you looked at the ingredient label on the back of some of those
Yeah.
boxes? Like, why is all this needed in fucking oat bar? Like,
Yeah.
it's like 30% oats.
Oat
The
bar.
rest is all just chemicals.
Chemical bar.
Chemical bar, bro.
It's just easy though. Like going
Yeah.
want a bowl of cereal. It's just with toast. You have to heat it up. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about like the ease of it,
yeah.
really. Yeah,
everyone wants easier.
I have eggs in the morning, and half the time I can't be fucked because like the
But-
steps to make it
Yeah.
compared to cereal. Yeah,
Yeah, but I'll always have to have my eggs. Bro, even if it's like 10 p.m. and I've got to be up at 5, I'm fucking. I still have to have those eggs.
yeah, facts. Another thing as well, just eating like eating the right amount of food before your workout. So this will come naturally, like once you've got a routine down pat. But I've noticed if I eat too much or too little before a workout, it has an extreme effect on my workout.
100%.
So for example, if I am waking up, let's just say for the viewer's sake, I wake up at 8 a.m, right? And I have my workout at 11 a.m. We'll say that. Or 10, whatever. it is.
Hyper-productive rules.
Of course, in an ideal world, not. Anyways, so yeah, and that's my time, right? I'll probably have eggs and then like a single chicken wrap. That'll be like the sweet spot. If I just
Yeah,
have,
I'd say that would be.
if I just
yeah.
have eggs, then it's like, not enough.
Not enough.
If I have eggs, a wrap, and then a bowl of cereal,
Too much.
and then a banana, it's like, too much, you want to vomit. So you need to get
Sluggish,
that sweet spot.
Depends what sort of training you're doing as well. When I'm doing cardio, when I'm doing boxing, I want nothing in my stomach.
Yeah,
Because
true. You want that
cardio on a full
sloshing
stomach
around, man.
sucks. You get
Real
you
shit.
get stitches.
Yeah.
It's you're slow, sluggish.
Mm.
You like literally feel heavier.
You do. What you want before cardio intensive is you want electrolytes. You want sodium. You want potassium. That's what you'll get a knack for. You'll really just get a knack if you do this stuff long enough. You'll work out what you feel best on and what you don't feel best on.
Bro, I'm quite excited to start boxing though.
Yeah.
Because like
Bro,
at the moment,
100%.
I know for a fact my cardio is absolutely fucking
That's
shit.
the worst part
I
of the
feel like I'm
start.
gonna be like fucking, I don't know, Logan Paul when he was boxing with
That's-
his like humongous muscles.
You feel like a toddler trying to walk.
Just like throwing around his like, he's lugging around his arms and shit, and just like he's slow and like stiff.
You won't need those, buddy.
Yeah,
You can get rid of that
I'm
real
looking,
quick.
God, I'm looking wham, like look at this shit.
Most jacked boxer ever.
That's crazy, man. But no, like I think I'll definitely downsize when I start boxing. But I think it's for the greater good, to be honest. I'd rather be shredded than like bulked.
I mean, it's not like you're like a mass like meathead.
Yeah,
or something,
literally.
but
For some reason, in
compared to a
certain
boxer, though.
compared to a boxer, yeah, you are.
compared to a boxer, sure. I think in certain angles I can look massive. Like in this one, I look.
I don't know why
I
you
look
look so
yeah.
hench right
I
now.
don't know why the fuck either, to be honest
It's
with
a
you.
wife beater.
Oosh.
Because the wife beater is really.
And I'm just
short.
wearing this
Yeah.
fucking shirt that's making me look fucking.
We look like we don't even look like we don't even lift.
I'm actually bigger than this guy. Just don't worry about it.
They do the traps to make it look.
Yeah, but also going on boxing, yeah, I think everyone should box, and I don't think you have to sacrifice the physique necessarily.
Or just not even boxing, just a combat sport.
Yeah,
Even if it's fucking jujitsu, bro. At least it's competitive. Bro, chill.
What's the sauce, bro?
That's crazy.
Wait, do a poll in the comments. Is Rory on the juice?
Zero. Wait,
I mean, when it uploads. Like, I actually wonder how many people will get to this point. You know what's crazy? Like, when I'm just thinking in the future, there's all these episodes where we're just talking to one viewer. Is that right now, or is that?
no, it's gone.
So that's like, details, where are you? But imagine in the future when this, like, people start coming back to these videos.
Oh, literally.
Oh, but it'd be so weird.
Gold mine, I reckon.
That's why I love doing these weekly, because it's just like, a timestamp every
Right.
week.
Tell me about it. Wait, another thing as well is just like one thing I really, really want to focus on, and this has nothing to do with biohacking and like setting up your life and whatnot, but I think it's setting a legacy as well, because when you're a content creator, inevitably you're gonna die. So you want to go out like Ziz, not too young, but you want to leave a legacy behind, sort of like he did. You know, and people take, inspiration from that. Like, I've just got this wristband right now. It says Veni Vidi Vici on it, which is I came, I saw, I conquer.
He was dead ages
And he
ago.
was,
People still talk about him.
Yeah, exactly right. I want to do the exact same thing. I want to motivate people, even after I die, things like that. And that's all by, like, setting an example and just doing the right things while you're here.
Go to the pub, fucking drink a lot.
Send it.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be remembered for ages, boys.
You'll be remembered by the pub folklore. And they'll talk about you for eons.
That is true. There is a nice little
Yeah.
community in there.
Yeah.
Like, if you remember back in the day, you go to the pub and the old guys just yap about just like some random shit. Oh.
I'm on the wall for the most beers.
yeah.
Funny enough, boys, the next point was actually alcohol. I don't want to. We've already done a whole episode on this. I don't want
We've talked about it
too
plenty.
long.
Yeah.
Oh, no, just
As you
said
can
it.
tell,
Yeah,
we
it's
really
just-
like alcohol.
I don't know. It's just. Yeah,
I'd say it's one of
you're
the
putting
worst
yourself
drugs.
at one of the worst drugs. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage by having it, and it's. I mean, it's not going to ruin your life not drinking.
If you value your time, the drinking is not worth it. But I mean, like, people have got nothing better
Yeah.
to do. What else?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you put
But
yourself in their
alcohol is a
shoes-
precursor for being a loser. So
Yeah, 100%.
like you could probably like most people only become a loser once they start drinking.
Yeah,
Like I've
100%.
never heard the words of someone say, "Oh, I've been so much better lately ever since I started drinking." You know, I just feel so,
Yeah.
whenever you heard that, it's always, "Oh, I've been so much better when I got off it." Like you never hear someone be better from drinking. They might feel better at the time, but
Yeah.
when as soon as it's out of their system,
no one ever complains about going sober.
Or is another thing as well, people like to say like a nice cope that alcoholism type people, is that even a word? Alcoholists, enthusiasts. Yeah, alcoholics. There you go.
Alcoholics.
See, I can't even fucking pronounce my words properly. But anyways, what I was saying was, just get it out. Probably. Yeah.
Wait, how many likes we've already get drunk on an episode?
Shit, dude.
we actually got a few beers and ready.
True. Beers would do nothing,
even
mate.
just seeing one in your head would be weird.
Probably.
It'd be like it wouldn't even compute in my brain.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Anyways, what was I going to say? What's my train of thought? It's like, yeah, people like to use the cope that it's good for confidence, like liquid confidence, right? And they drink, it's like, oh, I need to drink before I go out so I'll be confident to talk to people, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, why aren't you confident in the first place?
Exactly.
Maybe you should try and like touch on those problems
Why
before
would they do that if it's
supplementing.
harder to do? Like you have to give them a pretty good reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Yeah.
you have to give them a really good reason.
Yeah, like if they can get away with getting drunk every weekend and it makes them more confident, of course they're going to do that.
Yeah, it's the easy way out.
Because it's just like, it's the easy way out. They're not going to put in the fucking reps to
Yeah.
go be confident.
Good
Like,
point. I mean, yeah, like, the human mind's always going to be obsessing over the easy way out. Another thing I like to say as well, it's like happiness is so inconsistent due to the fact that if a human has a problem, they're going to obsess over that problem. And if something good happens, you'll think about it for that moment, and then you'll be like, oh, great, okay, on to the next problem. So realistically, you can only be happy for really temporary amount of times. The majority of the time, you're going to be, I guess, suffering because you're obsessing over things you don't have.
exactly.
So I guess maybe practicing gratefulness, possibly. But with that being said, though, you do not gain anything in this life without a motivation to want more, and that unfortunate uncomfortableness with your circumstance.
100%.
What I've never understood with drinking is when people say, "I drink to forget." I've never ever understood that.
bro.
Yeah,
I've never heard
Escapism.
anyone say, "Oh, I don't have to drink anymore. I've finally forgotten." Like it's the I
It's like
just
what you're
don't I
remembering.
don't get it.
Or it's like, it's so contradictory because the same people that say, I drink to forget my worries, are the same people that say, you're young once, live your life and get drunk. Well, if it helps you forget, aren't you just going to forget your whole fucking...
exactly.
Everything they say is contradictory. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense.
Like when we had that whole drinking shit, I don't remember much of it. It was just a big blur
It's a
because it's
blur.
like alcohol literally stops your brain from making memories. So it's like, how the fuck? So live young, go out drinking. It's like you're not gonna fucking remember any of it.
We'll quickly list off the things alcohol does to your brain.
Yes, go.
Will AI go?
It just destroys your brain, like summed up. Like, I can list all the
No,
little...
that's not what Will AI would say.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd say if before I fuck something up, go listen to the Andrew Huberman podcast on our... If you're an alcoholic, listen to the Andrew Huberman podcast. That was the one podcast that solidified my beliefs and just Once I listened to that, that was when I went completely sober because, bro, it's scary how much it degenerates your brain cells, makes you lose your memory, it kills every organ in your body. It's poison for a start. Acetaldehyde is a poison. Like literally, if you get acetaldehyde, it has the fucking warning sticker on it, and alcohol turns into that in your body. It's just so bad. Like the more research you do, you're like, holy fuck, why am I drinking this?
Yeah, but there's probably a reason why drugs that are harmful to you are not legalized, and then things like alcohol are legalized.
Yeah.
It's like almost.
I know exactly.
It almost
because
seems
they make money off it.
exactly, but it almost seems like
deeper
it's like you said, there's a deeper reason to it. They're obviously going to make the legalized things that are especially the fact that you can drink it and they can put it into like beverages that are so easy to consume. Like versus drugs where you have to inject them, you have to take like a pill or something. It seems it's more harmful, but realistically, drinking alcohol is going to be more harmful than something like that.
What part of alcohol which actually really made me not want to do it anymore is the part that like when you drink it, it goes in your gut and kills off the good bacteria, but you also get leaky gut, which makes the bad bacteria get in everything.
Yeah.
That scared me. I'm like, what? So it's only killing the good shit in me, but the bad shit can spread everywhere. Like that really put me off.
Do you know what the worst part about alcohol is and why the government wants you to drink it? Is because it completely destroys the neuroplasticity in your brain, which is the brain that makes you think for yourself and also learn new things.
You can't learn.
What does the government not want you to do?
Learn new things
and figure a way out of the system.
And not to mention the whole entertainment industry, the biggest industry in the entire world, is fueled by alcohol. Casinos, what do you do when you go to the casino? You get drunk. Fucking when you watch like the UFC, they serve you beer. When you watch any football game, they serve you beer. The whole entertainment industry, music, everything, every single piece of entertainment is fueled by alcohol. They remove alcohol, the whole entertainment industry becomes fucked.
Yeah, maybe that's like a huge reason as to why I'm not like interested in a lot of those things, such as like going to music festivals, things like that.
Because like it almost requires alcohol.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
drugs.
And then I get called boring by everyone else. But realistically, like I'd rather just stay true to my beliefs.
But the events are so boring that you need alcohol and drugs.
Yeah,
to
that's
have
interesting,
fun.
isn't it? Yeah.
What?
And it just ties back to the what's the word? Like the dopamine baseline, where like you need more than the average person to enjoy yourself. Just like with caffeine, you need more of it to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
It's just I can't. If you look up like drug death related shit, there's more people that die from alcohol than any other drug in the world combined. So like literally, and that's not including like it. Domestic violence caused by alcohol or car crashes. That is just purely from people dying from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, like an overdose.
Yeah, but and then there's also like car crashes from people drink driving. There's domestic abuse. There's acts like murders from people being drunk and like fights and everything.
Yeah, it's
like it literally makes people.
I bet those statistics are skewed to how they.
No, they are. It says on the government website that it's good to have one or two beers every now and then. It makes you live longer. But marijuana kills you. Like what the fuck?
Bro,
even though marijuana is like a natural herb.
30% of fatal car crashes are by alcohol, and I wouldn't doubt it'd be way higher than that.
God damn.
Fucking way higher.
It'd be way higher than that. And if you think about it, domestic abuse is just fueled by alcohol.
It legit is. It makes
There's rarely domestic abuse cases that don't involve alcohol. Everything bad from even just like the R word, I'm not even gonna say because it'd probably get taken down, but that are fueled by alcohol.
Yep.
It's every bad thing in this world. Most of it's just fueled by alcohol.
Yeah. So like the government is so contradictory where they'll continuously promote ads promoting alcohol. Even Dan Andrews, like our minister,
Get on the beers.
Get on the beers.
That's
or
fucking
What a
disgraceful.
fucking disgusting human, bro. And then they will then show ads saying stop, driving drunk. Stop,
They're not in their sane mind. Like it's
No,
not,
of course not. But
It's a
it's all
scheme.
planned.
Yeah,
It's
it's all-
all everyone's deluded.
Yeah.
Everyone's following it. Everyone's just plugged in, bro. Just think that's
I think you can either open your mind and get it, or you just will never.
You'll
get it.
never
You'll
get
never
it.
understand. You'll never.
Yeah.
You're-
L-tyrosine. Is L-tyrosine good?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Well, you
that,
can touch on that.
yeah. L-tyrosine is good. It's a precursor to dopamine. I mean, good, like objectively good or bad. I don't know. It helps if you really want to focus on a task. So dopamine is the hormone. I call it the motivation hormone. It's the chemical released when you're motivated towards something. It's dopamine. So when you have L-tyrosine and there's a really heavy task that requires a lot of brain power, that will help produce more dopamine at the time, which will make you more motivated to do the task. Just helps with the cognition.
biggest biohack.
It's a massive biohack.
I need to get some.
I can literally notice the difference between whether I have L-tyrosine before a podcast
Yeah.
or don't.
Bro, I'm scared as well because I take L-tyrosine every day now.
God.
Yeah,
And I have been.
Yeah, you shouldn't
So-
abuse it though.
Should be on
'Cause-
the top shelf, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Because
L-tyrosine's on the top shelf.
you want to have natural dopamine production.
Yeah,
like,
does it actually like
abilities.
stop like natural dopamine from
I
occurring?
haven't looked too far into it with
I
like
really
what,
hope not.
how it affects your natural production.
Yeah.
Your baseline, like.
I mean, I did do some research before I got it, and it just says like having it, just in a pre-workout at the start of the day, like every day you can do that and it is fine for you.
Yeah.
apparently. So
I wouldn't
That's
be
pretty much what I
surprised if it does rob dopamine from other like that's almost everything in this world is the
Yeah,
balance. Like if
that's
you
true.
take something from you can't produce more energy, it's only
Yeah.
borrowed from certain places. So
yeah, if anything, I've noticed benefits from it personally.
yeah, I haven't really noticed any downsides by including. I don't have it every day, but if I
Mm.
really want to lock in and I'm just not feeling it, L-tyrosine will help 100%.
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the supplements you can really notice.
Yeah, that's one that's like you instantly realize the effects on it.
It's not, you don't even need much as well. It's like
Nah, it's
little-
not
just a
much.
fucking little drop.
It's a very small. It's super cheap too.
Mm.
I've had the same bag of L-tyrosine for like fucking
Nearly a year.
nearly a year. Like it lasts that long.
All right, so that's the end of the list. Do you guys have any specific biohacks that you want to quickly mention?
Cold showers every morning,
Yeah.
or cold bath, whatever you want to do. I do cold showers just because it's easier than going by ice. But yeah, stay in there as long as you can, and it wakes you up a lot, and you feel way more productive.
I'd say a simple
It's just cold exposure in the mornings is always good, and hot exposure at night is always good.
That's how I like to do
Because what happens is your body temperature does the inverse of what's happening on the outside.
Yeah.
When you have cold water, it shocks your body into warming up, which is what you want during the day. And when you hop in warm water or you do a sauna at night, it tricks your body into being cool, which is what you want while you're sleeping. You want your body to be cool. So that's a massive biohack. If you're struggling to sleep, have a super hot shower. Like really just start to feel the
and
heat.
just melt in it, bro.
Melt in that shower, bro, and you'll hop into bed.
No bright lights.
Yeah,
Red light.
yeah, the whole blue light situation. Don't stare at the fucking lights all night because you're not gonna sleep.
Biohack,
You
don't
can,
be chronically on your phone.
Real shit.
Oh,
You can get a blue
Can't do
light.
that, man.
that's even too big to even
Don't have a
discuss.
screen time of 12 hours.
Too much stuff.
What's that?
Don't have a screen time of 12 hours. And blue light glasses. Those are good as well.
Blue light glasses, yeah. I just try not to so when I have my shower at night, I'll only have a candle in the room. I won't even turn the lights on. And if I have a really like hot shower for 15-20 minutes, like just really fucking rinse it out, and I'm just looking at like the wall, which is basically black. By the time I get into bed, my eyes are already adjusted and I'm ready to sleep.
Yeah.
That's
It's good.
I've never had a problem sleeping. If you exhaust yourself during the day, you're not gonna have a problem sleeping. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
That's my
That's the biggest difference. If I haven't done anything during the day, I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, that's how. If I need to wake up early, I make sure I just fucking do heaps the day before, and I go to
Do
and then I go
everything
to
possible,
sleep
yeah.
instantly.
Yeah. If you're finding trouble sleeping, you're not working hard enough. It's simple as that. Like, yeah.
Or you're drinking like I know people who drink coffees before they go to bed, which is
Oh,
fucking retarded.
don't drink. Fuck, we've got to mention this. Don't drink
Yeah.
caffeine anywhere near 6 hours before you go to bed.
Dude, I know people who drink coffee regularly, they literally have one just before they go to bed, and then they complain they had a shit sleep, and they fucking wonder you did. Yeah, my mum does
Bro,
that. I'm like,
I know
you
people too, I know
literally,
people
like,
too.
That is one thing I'm grateful for being in this generation is the amount of health advice and information out there that we get
Yeah.
exposed to, so we actually understand what's right. Because there's so many myths. Like our parents believe in so many myths. Like go out in the cold and you'll get a cold. Like just because they're the same word doesn't mean it's related. It's got nothing to do with temperature.
No, but,
Actually, when it's hot, you're more likely.
You're
to
more
get
likely to get
Yeah.
a fucking infection when it's hot.
my mum said, she goes, I can't sleep without my late night coffee. I'm like, I'm like
Exactly.
she's like, if I don't have a coffee, I'll go to bed. It's like, oh, that is the opposite, mum.
Yeah, that is one thing I'm grateful for being.
Yeah, that's just old people. Like they grew up with that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't blame
No,
them.
you
Yeah,
can't
another
blame
thing as
them.
well, the older you get, the more your mind just like fucking just sticks and you can't like think outside the box
Exactly,
anymore.
exactly.
You're
Well,
stuck in your ways.
The alcohol thing. Like,
Yeah.
you notice people who drink regularly since
Yeah.
they haven't like grown.
That's
They don't-
that's why it's
they
so.
don't develop.
neuroplasticity to function.
Yeah, well, neuroplasticity is at its highest while you're young. It just tapers off as you get older.
Yeah, now
That's
think
why it's
about
like
it.
form the good
That's
habits.
why you're
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But that's a major thing as well. I've noticed that my points of view and perspectives and like just things to do with life, it's ever changing. Whereas like
100%.
I look around with other people and they always just seem to be the same, like progressive.
But as you get older, your neuroplasticity tapers off. So it's like get in the good habits and get in the right state of mind while you're young, because that's most likely going to stick with you as you get older. But then these fuckwits will just say, get drunk and party while you're young. Okay, that's going to be in your mind and you're going to be craving that for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Dickhead.
And you say, "Oh, I miss my childhood and shit."
And yeah, these people who are telling me, oh, have fun while you're young, go out drinking, they're like fucking 50, 40. They're still doing that shit. So you clearly can do that when you're older. So why not get your money up and then do it?
Yeah, so if you're doing it now,
I mean,
why not
honestly,
do it
if I
then?
still got my, I still wouldn't do it.
No, because whatever you're doing and the habits you form while you're young, once you get past that age of development, 25, 30 years old, that's most likely going to be your frame of mind.
Yeah,
for
that's
the rest
fucking
of your life.
insane, dude. Now I think about it, because like my day-to-day life, it's like 90% like working like towards a greater goal.
That's
if
most likely just going to continue.
if I stay stuck on my ways, oh no, guess I'll be successful when I'm older. you know?
It's so crazy,
Oops.
right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm stuck in my ways. Oh no, I'm going to be
Yeah.
hyper successful. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh no, dude.
Going
Shame.
with what you said before, Will, that was like when you're 25 or 30 years old, and you start to taper off with the neuroplasticity, that does make sense that they would feed younger people here alcohol because it destroys the neuroplasticity in their brain, so that then with a programming from the government, you know, work your job and do this and do that.
Bro.
As they drink every weekend, that gets more and more inset
Nobody
in their
wants
mind because you're young and hungry, right? We are young, hungry, ambitious. Most
they
young
don't want
people,
that.
almost all young people should be, wake up with fucking mass amounts of motivation. But if you drink every weekend and you're among the lifestyle of, you know,
Bro, nobody wants a smart slave.
of
Like,
course.
why would they
Of course.
want smart slaves?
Of course.
Like wage slaves.
Bro, I tie this back to when I was in school, and I was just thinking, like, I was so, you know, looked down upon in school for not taking orders and not wanting to do
Yeah, so
schoolwork and things like that. But some people just aren't built to take orders; they're meant to give them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like, unfortunately, like obviously that set up a you know, a negative mindset from when I was in high school, because, you know, obviously you've been treated badly by everyone, including teachers that are seen as a level of authority, but, you know, realistically, how much
Yeah,
money
because
they
like
earn, you
they
know.
don't want you to be a leader. Like they'll cherry pick the leaders that they
Yeah.
want with the viewpoints that they want.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Like people, I think it's bad to be pessimistic, but people are a little bit too optimistic with the government and like, you know, this person's going to come in and save us. No one at that top level is going to let someone come in and fucking change the world for the better of just normal people.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. I'm sorry to break it to people, but like the world will always be ran as they want it.
You should never rely on... like,
No.
Never rely on anyone. As a man, you need to be in charge. You need to take control of your own life.
100%.
It starts within.
Yeah.
It starts with you getting the right habits, you getting your money up,
Yeah.
you getting in fit.
Because
fit
like
shape.
realistically, no one does things or no one wants the best for you. No one's in your self-interest apart from you and maybe your mother and maybe your father.
Yeah, I think
Realistically, it.
just the answer to pretty much every problem that a man has in his life is just becoming better. That's all it is.
It comes down to that, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
That's the 1% podcast all about, eh?
Yep. it
1% better, you're never gonna go wrong.
100%.
Literally, like, don't expect anyone to do anything for you. Like, just do it yourself, and maybe they'll come and help you.
Yeah, I think I have one of my scheduled self-improvement tips is seek self-sustainability and independence, because
Yeah,
yes, I
independence
guess
is
it
the biggest
sucks
thing.
because you have to spend more time keeping up a house such as this, you know, doing your own thing. That's more workload. But at the end of the day, like, I'd prefer the level of self-respect and just feeling better about yourself. It's 100% worth it. You know, I would take that over.
Dude,
anything else.
I said in one of my videos, the second I planted my feet on my backyard, stood there with my bare feet on the grass backyard, had a couple strides up and down, I felt my testosterone increase double. Something like that.
Yeah, it's like when dogs piss on the fire hydrant.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like, my property.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that was a good way to conclude the podcast. I think that's pretty much all the biohacks I would recommend. There's so many out there.
There's plenty of
plenty of
biohacking.
out there.
Don't get too caught up in
Yeah,
it. Just
yeah,
do the
for
work
sure.
that's required. Don't rely, because you can become too reliant on these things. Like, I must have an ice bath in the morning. I must have a sauna at night. It's good to keep routine, but don't let it get too excessive to the point where it's getting in the way of your productivity. Like, I just went in a little spiel in one of my videos about like why a lot of people. So for a lot of people, ice baths can be a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't got ones that like cool themselves. Because like you got to go and get the ice. You got to go and get
That's
the
right.
chains.
Another thing as well I want to touch on is do not get analysis paralysis when it comes
That's
to self-improvement. Like so many people want to have the exact optimal state until they can start working.
Exactly.
Bruv, I worked it for a year straight with a shitty pull-up bar, shitty bench press, and one dumbbell.
Yeah.
And
Same.
you know, like it's just get started.
Our
And then worry
ancestors
about that
didn't
stuff
have
later.
fucking biohacks.
Yeah.
Like, our parents didn't have biohacking. There's, like, every generation, there's been successful people. There's been non-successful people.
Just we have the advantage now. With
We
the
have
knowledge.
we have that advantage, but don't get too caught up in it. Like, just do the work that's required. Don't use it as an excuse either. Like, I wasn't able to have an ice bath this morning, so I'm gonna lounge off today.
Yeah.
Like, no, bro, no.
It should be the opposite. I had an ice bath today, therefore I have more energy to do the hard work.
Exactly.
I think we're pretty good there. For you guys, next weekend we're doing a pop-up in Melbourne for Youth Market. Biggest release we've ever done. It's the most stock we've ever had, and I'm confident it will sell out in the day, most likely. So you can sell it on that. You can go on the SMS list. Go there. You get it 1 hour earlier before everyone else does.
Use code Will when you
There's
order.
been a few instances where we've released it and then the public doesn't actually get access to it because everyone on the SMS list copped it. So you don't want to be that guy. Who wants to be that guy? So
I wouldn't
yeah,
want to miss out on
links-
some Youth
I
Market.
wouldn't want to
Yeah.
be that guy, personally.
Yeah, exactly. So links in the description. Check it out if you're interested. And with that note, I'll see you boys in the next episode, most likely. All right. So be good, guys, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.